Okay, we might kick things off. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's webinar on expectation and services for New South Wales airport liquor licensees. My name is Clarissa Naprosky from Liquor and Gaming New South Wales Regulatory Policy, and I will be your facilitator this morning. This webinar will provide an overview of Liquor and Gaming New South Wales compliance and enforcement expectations, as well as hospitality and racing voluntary services designed to provide tailored guidance and practical support for liquor-related matters. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which we work today and any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people participating in this webinar. I pay my respects to elders past and present and recognise and celebrate the diversity of Aboriginal peoples and their ongoing cultures and connections to the lands and waters of New South Wales. Just some housekeeping before we kick off. Please note that your camera has been turned off for this event, and we ask that you stay on mute for the session until the Q&A later, where you will be invited to unmute and ask any questions as you like. This event is being recorded, and we will share the recording on our website after the event. And finally, we will be sharing a short survey to the email you used to sign up, and we'd really appreciate if you could complete that and share your feedback about the session, as this will be used to inform future webinars. I will now pass to Luke Skinner, who will provide an overview of Liquor and Gaming New South Wales compliance expectations and approach. Thank you, Luke.
Thanks, Clarissa. Good morning, everybody. My name's Luke Skinner. I'm one of the managers of the Hospitality and Gaming Inspectorate. Also in this meeting is my colleague, Julie Walsh, who's also one of the managers in the Inspectorate. Both Julie and I have over 20 years' experience working in government regulation and law enforcement. Over that time, we've seen industry evolve, the risks change, and the regulatory landscape become much more complex. If I could just get the next slide, please. Thank you. Today, I want to give you a quick, clear picture of who we are and how we work from a compliance and inspector's point of view. I'll quickly walk you through what we do, what our regulatory priorities are right now, and how we approach enforcement. What you can expect from our inspectors when they're out in the field visiting your premises. The goal isn't just to talk about the rules and compliance, it's to quickly explain our role, how we make decisions and how we work with industry to support a safe, fair and well-regulated hospitality and gaming environments throughout the state of New South Wales. Next slide, please. Okay, so firstly, I'll just give you a quick overview of the team. So the Hospitality and Gaming Inspectorate consists of two streams or teams, which Julie and I manage. Over the entire unit, we currently have just over 30 inspectors and staff at various levels to regulate the state and assist the team. The inspectorates are tasked with conducting proactive education and engagement, inspections of licensed premises. This can include conducting covert and overt compliance audits, investigating complaints associated with the operation of licensed premises within New South Wales. And as of April, this now includes airports, which is part of our remit. The matters that our inspectorate investigate could relate to hotels, clubs, restaurants, small bars, packaged liquor outlets, and any other type of business that holds a New South Wales liquor licence. The inspectorate is responsible for ensuring the regulatory compliance across the liquor industry by providing education and support through proactive compliance programs and audits, responding to community complaints, which everybody has access to through our website and portal, carrying out investigations where non-compliance is identified. We also collaborate with co-regulators, peak bodies and industry stakeholders. These can include New South Wales Police. Now that we've taken on the airports, it also includes the AFP, councils, Australian Hoteliers Association and Clubs New South Wales, just to name a few. The team deploys across New South Wales in an overt and covert capacity testing compliance with relevant licence conditions and legislation. We're committing to our regulatory priorities that aim to reduce the community harms. Next slide, please. Our regulatory priorities communicate the key regulatory issues that liquor and gaming as a regulator will be addressing and provide the industry with an opportunity to proactively engage with us. This slide demonstrates our enduring priorities for 2026 and 2027 respectively. These include harmful behaviours in licensed environments, practices that increase the likelihood of gambling harm, regional and vulnerable individuals and communities, serious failures of governance and integrity. Next slide, please. So this slide shows you our focus areas as a regulator and signal where we will focus our regulatory efforts in the coming year. This does not diminish from the focus on our enduring priorities that I just canvassed on the previous slide. Two of these areas aren't of interest of you, given that you're currently operating within an airport environment and you don't have any gambling facilities and you're not a casino either. However, it's good for you to have an understanding as what we do as a regulator. And in addition to this, we have designated teams outside of the inspectorate that govern and regulate the casinos, as well as numerous other teams to ensure compliance, including the investigations team, lotteries and wagering teams, just to name a few. On this slide, and for your focus, is the alcohol-related harm hotspots. I guess a key high-risk event for an airport could be something as simple as Magic Round in the coming weeks, where increased patronage could be seen across the licensed premises and the airport prior to NRL fans departing. That's just one small example. As an agency, we gather intelligence from a number of sources to ensure that we are an intelligence-led regulator and our resources are effectively used across the state. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is our enforcement approach and how does it affect you? Our enforcement approach promotes and encourages self-regulation and voluntary compliance, while applying an escalated enforcement action targeting industry participants or behaviours that present a higher risk. On this slide, the diagram demonstrates a risk-based enforcement approach where liquor and gaming as a regulator typically start by educating and engaging to encourage voluntary compliance, then escalate to deterrence and correction. We only actively pursue enforcement where the risk or the harm is high or ongoing for whatever reason. Typically, the higher the risk, the stronger the compliance response becomes. As some of you may have experienced in late April, inspectors attended the airport in purely educative manner to provide information and support to ensure that you as operators have an understanding of the compliance aspects in this new space. Another great example of education and engagement that liquor and gaming as a regulator provides is this webinar and the previous webinar, which focused on licensing matters. Next slide, please. Okay, so who enforces the law? Compliance with New South Wales liquor laws are jointly enforced by Liquor and Gaming, the Australian Federal Police, and the New South Wales Police, depending on where your premises is located within the precinct. Inside Sydney and Western Sydney International Airport passenger terminals, compliance is enforced by Liquor and Gaming and the AFP. Outside the passenger terminals, but still on federally leased land, compliance is enforced by Liquor and Gaming and the New South Wales Police. Liquor and Gaming inspectors, AFP and New South Wales Police may visit your premises to check that you are meeting your obligations under the New South Wales liquor laws. So what is the role of an inspector? Inspectors undertake inspections, investigations, compliance monitoring, programs and activities, and audits across the state. What powers do inspectors have to conduct their roles? Liquor and Gaming inspectors are appointed under Section 20 of the Gaming Liquor Administration Act 2007 and can exercise a broad range of statutory powers, including having unrestricted access to any premises other than a residential premises, compelling people to answer questions. Obviously, we can take photographs and videos, issuing formal demands and notices for information and records, seizing items that can be used as evidence. Next slide, please. So what happens when a liquor and gaming inspector visits your premises? Inspectors may visit a licensed premise as part of a specific targeted program in response to a complaint or an incident on site, or as a result of intelligence or field-based observations. The role of an inspector is varied and may include proactively engaging with industry, providing face-to-face education and support, and also conducting compliance campaigns and investigations as previously discussed. Where an offence or a breach is identified, inspectors have the power to issue official cautions, penalty infringement notices, take prosecution action, or we can also refer the matter to ILGA, which is the Independent Liquor and Gaming Authority, who may discuss and consider disciplinary outcomes. Next slide, please. Oh, it's already on there, thanks. Okay, what you can expect. All liquor and gaming inspectors carry identification in the form of a badge and identity card, whether they are operating in an overt or covert capacity. If an overt capacity is likely occurring, we'll be wearing corporate attire with government insignia. Inspectors will conduct themselves in a professional manner in accordance with the New South Wales public sector values. This includes treating people with respect, dignity, and sensitivity in all circumstances, interacting with people in a timely and efficient manner, remaining professional and consistent in all of their dealings, undertaking activity without favouritism or discrimination, and explaining decisions and the actions and the outcome. In return, what do we expect? Our inspectors aim to cause as little disruption to your business as possible. To assist with the inspection or the investigation process, we expect you to be honest, courteous, and provide information as requested, provide necessary and timely access to licensed premises, provide reasonable assistance to the inspector in their work, not conceal the existence of a location per substance or thing. It's important to note that it's an offence to hinder, obstruct, assault, threaten, or intimidate, or refuse access to an inspector. So just quickly, some key takeaways from a compliance perspective. Our aim is to reduce the harms associated with the sale and supply of alcohol and ensure that industry is acting responsibly. Now, just a quick reminder about your requirements and responsibilities. As a business that now holds a New South Wales liquor licence, you must meet all the liquor law requirements, including responsible service of alcohol accreditation. Licensees, managers and staff involved in the sale and supply of liquor must hold current RSA certification, and our inspectors will be checking RSA accreditation during future inspections. Also, in relation to licensee training, all licensees and approved managers must complete the licensee training, and the deadline for that is the 1st of August 2026. As previously advised, the team was out late last month, during which time some of them did assist with the placement of signs. If you do require any signage, please go onto our website, where there's a wealth of information. And if you have any questions or queries, please feel free to reach out outside of this forum or ask an inspector when they're next at your venue. Thank you for your time. I'll now hand over to Phil Pandelis from the Hospitality Concierge. Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Luke. My name is Philip Pandelis. I'm currently the Acting Manager for Industry Training. However, my substantive role is as the Associate Director for the Hospitality Concierge. I would now like to briefly talk about what the Concierge is and how we can support your business. The Hospitality Concierge was launched in October 2022 as a new free concierge service to act as a one-stop shop to provide support and guidance to stakeholders on things like liquor licence reform, initiative incentives, application pathways, and licensing solutions. We also support the 24-hour economy, and we look to reduce red tape for licensed venues where possible. The team provides personalised guidance on a range of government support, including understanding your business operations, linking industry with government partners, as well as things like local councils and other stakeholders to support smooth and coordinated approvals, helping industry engage with initiatives and incentives, as well as supporting business growth across the state. The team is made up of industry professionals, former licensees, and senior leaders from within the hospitality industry. The whole team is very passionate about what we do, and a big part of our success to date has been because we're contactable, we're accessible, and we're available to our stakeholders, which is you guys. We focus on 5 key areas that we like to call our 5 pillars, and they effectively support the hospitality industry. First, enhanced communications. It's about creating clear information packages, guidance for industry, and making sure that the tools available, like our website and things like that, are there, available, and easy to digest. The second is collaboration. We work closely with our other government agencies and other government partners to align strategic communications, as well as participating in cross-agency programs. The third is outreach. Actively engage with industry to understand the barriers and uptake and provide guidance on licensing and application pathways. And those of you who may have seen when we were out and about with our compliance partners the other week, we had some members of the Hospitality Concierge there as well. Next is creating cohesion, facilitating referrals to other government partners to support smooth and coordinated approvals or facilitation of your answers. So if you've got questions, we can find you the answer, and hopefully find you the answer in a really nice, easy, quick manner that's easy for you to understand and digest. And finally, innovation and expansion. We troubleshoot issues. We bring stakeholders together, and we try to remove roadblocks and drive continuous improvement for not just us as the government, but you as venues as well. How do you get in touch? Get in touch is easy. We pride ourselves on being responsive, knowledgeable, and ready to help you move forward. We're available and accessible, and you can book a call online at a time that suits you. You can do that through the Liquor and Gaming New South Wales website. You can tag the QR on screen, take you directly there, or email concierge@liquorandgaming.newsouthwales.gov.au. And the people in the picture, that's the concierge. So when you reach out to us, you're talking to the people, not a call center, not a random inbox, but the people involved. Thank you very much. I would now like to hand you over to my colleague, Sean Sim, to talk about liquor records.
Thank you, Phil. And good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Sean Sim, and I'm the Acting Senior Engagement Officer in the Liquor Records team here at Liquor and Gaming New South Wales. So our team's role focuses on supporting liquor records across New South Wales and working with licensees and stakeholders to promote collaboration, harm minimisation, and best practice. So today, I'll be speaking about liquor records, including what they are, how they operate, and the benefits they can provide. So what are liquor records? Liquor records are voluntary partnerships that bring together licensed venues, community members, local businesses, councils, police, government departments, and other community groups. Their shared purpose is to promote safer, more vibrant communities by addressing alcohol-related issues through collaboration and collective responsibility. By working together, accords help reduce alcohol-related violence, antisocial behaviour, and other harms associated with alcohol consumption. They give local communities and venues a coordinated, locally led way to identify issues early and respond in a preventative way. Across New South Wales, there are more than 120 liquor records operating statewide. While each accord reflects the needs of its local area, most align with police area command boundaries to support effective coordination, and around 2/3 operate in regional communities. Liquor records are supported by legislation. Under Part 8, Section 131 to 136 of the Liquor Act, these provisions outline the purpose of accords, who can be involved, how they are formed, and how they operate. Although accords are designed to operate on a voluntary basis, in some cases, participation may be required as a condition on a liquor licence, particularly where this supports harm minimisation outcomes. The Act also supports Accords to move beyond discussion and into action. Section 134 allows Accords to develop and implement agreed terms. These are the strategies or policies that members collectively adopt to reduce alcohol-related harm. These terms are designed to respond to local issues and can include measures such as limiting certain liquor types, increasing security arrangements, or adopting shared approaches to help managing high-risk behaviour. One example of which is barred from one, barred from all. So who can become a member of an Accord? Membership to liquor accords is also outlined in Section 132 of the Liquor Act, which refers to eligible parties. This includes licensees, New South Wales Police, the Australian Federal Police, local councils, businesses and commercial organisations such as chambers of commerce, and community groups with an interest in alcohol-related harm prevention. Again, membership is generally voluntary, unless participation is required through licence conditions. What are the benefits of membership? For members, being a part of a liquor accord delivers real practical benefits. Accord membership gives venues access to tailored resources and education sessions, as well as opportunities to collaborate on local campaigns and initiatives that respond to the issues you're actually seeing on the ground. Liquor accords also provide valuable networking opportunities. They allow venues to learn from one another, share best practice, and build stronger working relationships with police and local councils. Just as importantly, accords help identify emerging local issues early and provide a forum to address them collaboratively. All of this is supported through regular updates, shared information, and ongoing engagement, helping members stay informed, connected, and better equipped to support safer, more vibrant communities. Our team has recently published the Liquor Accord Strategy for 2026 to 2028, which sets the direction for the program of the next 3 years, shaped by a review of past engagement and what accords have told us they need. The strategy focuses on 5 key priorities, that is, building capacity through practical training and onboarding, strengthen collaboration through shared learning and stronger connections with programs like Special Entertainment Precincts and Purple Flag, leveraging technology to improve access to resources, enhancing governance to support strong, consistent leadership, and promoting local evidence-based initiatives that address local issues and can be scaled across New South Wales. Together, these priorities are about strengthening accords, supporting those involved, and increasing the impact and visibility of their work. So for this slide, I just wanted to share with you an example of how a liquor accord working together with Liquor and Gaming New South Wales can come together to deliver a targeted campaign that supports licensees and promotes harm minimisation outcomes. So hopefully some of you have seen the Just Don't resources, but this initiative was created with Maitland Liquor Accord, which targets young people attending bars, pubs and clubs, although it can absolutely be applied across other licence types and is designed to reduce irresponsible and potentially harmful behaviour in licensed venues. The campaign uses a simple referee and red card concept across a suite of 10 short videos, making the message clear, relatable, and easy to reinforce in licensed environments. To support implementation, we've also developed a range of practical resources, including posters, coasters, social media tiles for Facebook and Instagram, web banners, a DL flyer, and a supporting toolkit. Together, these resources make Just Don't a strong example of how a liquor accord working in collaboration with Liquor and Gaming New South Wales can deliver a coordinated preventative campaign that supports safer venues and a stronger local community. We've also created practical tools to help you plan, design, and deliver effective campaigns, including a campaign guide, a comprehensive project plan template covering objectives, audience, KPIs, risk and evaluation, and a simple communication plan to support rolling out the campaign and the various methods and channels you might wish to consider. So to support all this work, the Liquor Records team, which is currently myself and Josie, is here to help. As mentioned, our role is to strengthen the effectiveness, sustainability, and impact of liquor records across New South Wales by providing practical guidance, resources, and ongoing support. We work closely with Accord members, executive committees, and key stakeholders to support governance arrangements. So whether you're already involved in an Accord or interested in starting one, we encourage you to get in touch with us. We're here to support you every step of the way. Our contact email will be shared in the chat shortly. But thank you again for joining us. I will now hand back to Clarissa.